this is our More About It Monday, and I wanted to do, I think I'll do like a series on adhesives. Instead of trying to do all the adhesives at one time, I will try and do spotlight one or two for each one of these the next few weeks. So this is the old adhesive that we used to have. Okay, this is our what we called Snail Adhesive. It was great, but there were problems with it not always holding your cards together in specific climates, like really humid climates, and sometimes in the mail it would get humid. So Stampin' Up decided they would come out with something called Stampin' Seal, which is, this is what they sell now. This is what they used to sell. This is new, and it is on page 162 in the catalog. This is the Stampin' Seal. You can get the Stampin' Seal and you can get the refill, and then there's the Stampin' Seal Plus, and you can tell two ways. One, it's a darker blue, and then there's a little plus symbol right there after where it says Stampin' Seal. There's a little plus symbol or sign there. That's how you can tell the difference, and there is a difference in these, and I'll talk about that too. So I've had some people tell me that they weren't real thrilled with the Stampin' Seal. I will admit there is a learning curve, and I think part of the problem that I had with it at first was I didn't understand it. I was expecting it to act like this. So when it didn't act like this, I was not sure what to do. I tried some things to get it to work. So one of the things, well, let me tell you, you remember the fast fuse that we had? The fast fuse was a really sticky type like this. It was a runner like this, a tape runner. But they had problems with that too, because it would gum up and people would get frustrated. Hi Kay, I see you're here. So if I had to describe this, I would describe it as if the old Snail Adhesive and the old fast fuse got together and had a little tape runner together, it would be the Stampin' Seal, because it has the qualities of both. It has the qualities of the snail and it has the qualities of the fast fuse mixed together. But there's some little things you have to learn about it to really come to love it like I do, and use it without problems. The first thing is you want it always on a flat surface. This is like a little tire, and if you are on a flat surface, that's like your tire rolling over the curb. Half of it's on the street and half of it's on the curb, and you're not going to get a nice straight line. You're going to get half a line. So always do a flat surface, and then how you hold it is important too. You don't want to hold it up here, and you don't want to hold it down flat. You want to kind of have it at, let's see, is that a 45 degree? Let's see, I have to go back to school. 180, 90, yeah, at about a 45 degree angle. And you're going to start here, and you're just going to slide down, and you don't really have to push too hard. Now here's where people have a problem. With the old snail, you didn't have to do anything. You just picked it up. And sometimes you can do that with your Stampin' Seal. But if you might find that there are times when you go to do this again, and like if you pull it up, it might not be enough. There has to be sticky at the very top of your roller for it to grab. So sometimes you have to take your finger and pull it so that it's got something to grab onto. So I suggest two different, well, really, I'm just going to suggest one. So when you do this, you kind of pause and then you snap. Okay? And it takes a little learning. You this and then snap. And this and then snap. And then you're going to always have your sticky at the top. So just have to remember, kind of lift it up and snap. So one more time. I'm going 45 degrees. I'm lifting it up, not quite to 90, and I'm snapping. Okay? So I'll bring this up so you can see all those beautiful lines of adhesive. Now, I actually started out kind of checking or twisting, but I soon learned I didn't need to do that. And it was also making my tape go to the side of the roller. Now, this is not perfect, obviously. So how you, if you get a mess up, you can always change your, take that off, and then this comes off. These two go on top of these. The bigger hole goes over the bigger X. The littler hole goes over the littler X, and it goes in right like that. So when you need to get it, you just get your refill out of here, and you unwrap your refill, and then you get your little, match up your holes, and and then they just go straight down like that. And then you put your top. You can match this to this, and you're good to go. Okay, what else did I want to tell you? Oh yeah, sometimes you'll get like gum, a gummy substance. Like I'm going to show you right now. Whenever I change my blade, or sometimes I might need to do it before. For some reason, there is always some gummy, gooey glue that gets on the sides. So you want to make sure you get all that off. This I can just pinch off and throw it in the trash. But you want to make sure that doesn't build up, or it will interfere with how well your glue, your adhesive sticks. So I'll show you how much of that so that's how much I got out of there. And so you want to take that off occasionally, maybe at least every time you change because that will interfere with your use. Now, I don't know what happened the other day. I think, sorry to make you wait. Okay, so this was kind of doubling back, so I took it out. So you have to understand, if you're going to fix this, you have to kind of understand how it works. Okay, so there's this big roll here of tape. It rolls underneath, over here. Let me bring it up here. Okay, it rolls this way, like clockwise. And the tape rolls over here, over this little roller here, and then it goes over the top, then underneath, in between these two rollers, and then it rolls around this counterclockwise. So I have all of this left over, and so what I'm going to need to do is I'm going to turn it over here to where I have these, like what are those called, with the little teeth. So I'm just going to try to, I pulled up this gear, that's what it looks like, and now I'm turning this with my finger, and I could actually maybe turn it easier with this. if I can. And I'm just tightening that up and trying to keep it down so it doesn't come up and get in the way. So sometimes you can fix these yourself. You don't have to throw them away. This is actually the first time that I've had this happen to me, and I think it was because I had some gum of that gooey stuff on the side. So now I'm just going to make sure those little teeth are back in place, and I'm going to put it, I'm going to try it out. Wish me luck. I hope I fixed it. So I'm going to look for the big and then the small, and then I'm going to put that together and then this on. Let's see how well I did. Hopefully it's fixed. I'll be embarrassed if it isn't. So I'm going to make sure it's good and gooey up here so that it catches, and I'm going to do that. Okay, it's fixed. Yay! So I didn't lose all of that. So sometimes you can fix it as long as you understand how it works. You can fix it, and I think it is important to keep that glue down, because it will mess up your Stampin' Seal. All right, so if you have questions, you can always email me. But I do love the Stampin' Seal. It did take me a while to get used to it, because I was expecting it to behave like this, and it doesn't. It has its own unique qualities, characteristics. So just that, and then kind of lift it up and snap it back. All right, so hopefully you will be able to get beautiful rows like this with some practice. Then the other thing I wanted to tell you about is the Stampin' Seal Plus. The Stampin' Seal Plus is a cousin to the tear and tape. You know that your tear and tape, I got that glue on my fingers. You know that your tear and tape is for boxes. It just doesn't want to let go of me. And boxes and 3D projects, and it's great for that. But sometimes you would rather do something, have something that's quick and easy, and that's when you can use your Stampin' Seal. And it works just like the Stampin' Seal regular. The Stampin' Seal Plus is for boxes and 3D projects. It's stickier, like the fast fuse that we had, but it's not as picky as the fast fuse that we used to have. So let me see. I'm going to fold this together here so I can create a new surface to work on. And it works just the same way. Just when you start out, make sure it's sticky at the top of your roller. Roll and then snap. Now this one is a little different. I don't know if you can see, there's little lines in there. There's actually tiny little lines in that, and I think that's what makes it extra strong for like boxes and stuff. I'm moving it so that the light might help you to see those little tiny lines in there. So that's the difference. And if you live in a really, really humid climate, you might want to use the Stampin' Seal Plus all the time, just to make sure that it is. Let's see. I'm just curious how strong that that seal is. Well, I'm sure that it will hold this, but I'm just going to turn it upside down. Okay, so it's going to hold that, and I've only got it on half. And now I've got that on that. I'm not going to try anything else after that, because okay, it's going to hold. It's holding this. This isn't quite full, if I had 2 strips, it would definitely hold it. So yeah, it's pretty strong stuff. You might want to have both on hand for different projects. Okay, I think that's everything I wanted to tell you about Stampin' Seal and Stampin' Seal Plus. All right, well, thanks for watching me, guys. You have it. Okay, well, hopefully just keep trying, just keep working with it, because I was kind of on the fence about it when I first started using it. And like I said, mostly because I expected it to act like this, and it doesn't. It's got a different character and personality altogether. So try those things. Flat surface, 45 degrees. And then go and then lift it up slightly and snap, and see if that doesn't help you. Okay? Because I don't want you to give up on it, because it's really a really good product if you can just work your way through it and get over that learning curve or hump or whatever. And what can I say? Just keep trying. All right, thanks for joining me.